back. It's Friday, and today is our prediction stream. You guys, I hope you guys came with your numbers because we're about to see what we think is some of the games that will be happening in match week 10. It's crazy that it's match week 10. I remember when we started this whole season and we're like, we don't know anything. Let's play
Oh,
10 games. Let's play 10 games. And oh my God, the things that have happened in the first
it's
10
already
of
10.
this
Horror,
season has been
horror,
shocking.
horror.
Some fans felt like they were on top, and now they are
Mm.
like, I wish I can get a draw. I wish I can get a win. Happy Halloween from this side, SSB. Happy
SSB
Halloween.
say happy Halloween. You should be wishing on the
Yeah, happy.
slots and Maresca that.
Well, I mean, eh,
So what are the
there's
what are
really
the talking points before we dive in? What are the talking points?
there's really not much to say. I watched Anisol's press conference. Um, it was really all the same. I don't really want to talk much
All the
about
same
like
garbage.
it's not
Garbage
garbage,
in
not
garbage.
garbage, not garbage. All the
Yes.
same stuff that I feel like we've already discussed in detail on the stream. So
Mm.
there's not really much for me to say I expect will be different, right? I think and whatever will happen would happen.
Will
You get what I'm
happen.
saying?
But
Whatever will happen would happen.
what we expect to happen will still happen.
Yeah, based on our predictions, I hope what we expect to happen would happen based on my prediction of the game. But then anything can happen in the game. As a fan, you all you can do is be hopeful.
Hey.
All you can do is be hopeful
Okay.
and wish your team well. But at the end of the day, anything can happen,
Did
right?
Liverpool win in October?
I don't think did we? Maybe Frankfurt game was in October, so maybe we won Frankfurt game. But mostly L's. If you think about it, October came with so much L's. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's not really nice. It's not really nice. Anyways, but let's get into it. Let's start with the first game, Brighton Leeds. Let's do the small games and then we'll dive into the bigger games and give our prediction of the big games. So Brighton Leeds, Brighton, they lost their last game at Old Trafford, but aside that last game, they've really been in a decent shape. Even in their last 5 games, they drew two, they won two, and they lost to United. And if you compare Leeds,
Mm.
their form, they lost two, they won two, and they drew to Bournemouth.
Mm.
But what are your prediction? What is your prediction for that game? What do you think would happen?
I think of the bat of Brighton losing at Old Trafford, going back home,
Yeah.
I think they are going to win. They'll win this fixture. Leeds might be difficult, but I tip
Mm.
Brighton to win this one. I went with 2-1 Brighton.
Yeah, I went with 2-1 Brighton too. Actually, I went with 2-1
Wow,
Brighton. Yeah, I just
that's
was the
great.
same mentality I had. I was like, given
Yeah.
that Brighton lost at Old Trafford, even that
Guys,
loss
let's know
was
your
like,
predictions. Let's know
guys,
your
put your predictions in
predictions
the
and
chat. And please
please
like the
please like
video.
like the video also. Yeah.
Um, given what happened at Old Trafford, I feel like Brighton coming into this game, they would want to get a win. They would definitely want to
They
get a
have
win.
they have to get a
The
win.
reason
Yeah.
why they lost to United were just a very good side, and that game they could have actually come back in the game. So I give it to Brighton. Let's move on. Burnley, Arsenal. Arsenal, they are now the favorites to win the title. Is this a game you think they will drop points? Given how Arsenal have been so far in their last 5, they don't look like a side that will drop points anytime soon because they've won all 4.
Mm.
They've only drawn one game and they drew to City. But aside that City game,
Yeah.
they've won all 4. And with Burnley, 2 wins, 2 L's, and 1 draw. They drew to Nottingham Forest. So, what do you think will happen in this one? Yeah, this is Burnley at home.
Well,
So,
I know Burnley defensively at home they're extremely good. They
yeah,
have a good home form, right?
yeah,
That said, that said, Arsenal is going to win this one. I don't know. The two defenses are good. Burnley
mhm,
defensively, they've conceded, but you see that Scott Parker is trying to. Wow, AB saying I think Arsenal will lose this. He has a structure behind his team. You see
mhm,
how organized he tends to be. They don't just jump into tackles. They don't just like every pass is rehearsed, sort of with
yeah,
Burnley. I think the only issue with them is they don't have the how do I say it now? That I don't mean to put down the players, but they don't have that oh, someone should give me the word.
that attacking edge.
Yes, that attacking edge or that the players being at that quality. They lack that
Oh, they
quality.
lack the quality to
So
really do something
exactly. So
in the.
I look at Scott Parker as a
Hmm.
not a lower form of Ateta, but sort of this
Hmm.
mentality where we need to be structured, we need to get
Yeah,
defensively. Then we are in the championship. He did well, right, before he came into the Premier League. Kept
yeah,
like ridiculous amount of clean sheets. So he's built his team around defense. Ateta has built his team around defense. The major difference is one is coming from the championship. Ateta is way ahead.
yeah,
You can say Ateta is 6 years in coaching, right?
yeah,
Scott Parker is almost the same age, but Ateta has had to do more with more money and all of that. So
yeah.
I just feel Arsenal. I went with Arsenal win 2-0.
I went with Arsenal win 2-0 too as well. The reason why I went with Arsenal win 2-0.
Why are we going with the
Yes,
same
I
score?
think I think we're seeing things the same way for this game. For at least for the two
Yeah,
games, we're seeing things the same way. I'm seeing it the same
yeah.
way. Like I see Burnley being structured, organized, but I don't think
Mm,
they will survive from Arsenal set pieces. I don't think they will survive from the way Arsenal will attack them because Arsenal have the
yeah,
quality from open play. Eze might definitely start this one, and Arsenal also have
mm,
the quality from set pieces. So even if they stay
yeah.
structured and Arsenal don't score from open play,
Corner, maybe one corner, one.
the corners would be an issue. So for this one, I
See
went to
what is
Arsenal 2-0, 2-0 Arsenal.
see what
Just
is see what is going for 5-0. Oh my
I don't think
goodness.
5-0, but guess what?
Five.
City beat Burnley 5-1. Right? City
Oh
beat
yes,
Burnley
yes, yes,
5-1.
yes, yes, yes,
But
yes. They collapsed.
I
They
don't think
collapsed in the
Arsenal will
second
score up
half.
to I don't think Arsenal will score up to 5. I don't think
AB,
so. Burnley at
AB,
home is not an easy side.
AB, you are going for Arsenal loss. Can you give us the exact score you are thinking of? Guys, let's know your prediction in the chat. Drop your prediction in the chat. Like this video, right?
Okay,
Let's go. Let's go.
let's move
Yeah.
on to Crystal Palace Brentford. With Crystal Palace Brentford, Crystal Palace, of course, they got a win midweek against Liverpool
Yeah.
Academy Kids. Let's just put that there to save us from save us from the
Deceiving yourself.
disgrace. But then at the end of the day, Crystal Palace, their league form in the last five
Mm,
games, they've had 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. They drew against Bournemouth. And for
mm,
Brentford, 3 wins, 2 losses,
mm,
right? When you think of what their coach has been doing, right? He's been doing very, very well
mm,
in terms of how he sets them up for long
mm,
throws from set
mm,
pieces. It was previously a set piece coach, so we can understand
yeah.
why. But then with this game, this is Crystal Palace at home. This is two sides
Mm,
that seem to be very organized and defensive. For
mm,
me, this game is a game where I was just leaning towards a draw. But what do you think?
mm.
What do you think for this game?
I went with Brentford win. The reason I went with
Hmm.
Brentford win because they're on a better form than Crystal Palace. If you check the last 3 years,
Hmm.
Brentford has won Crystal Palace more than Crystal
Hmm.
Palace has won Brentford, even in their house. You can argue that it's Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
That said, they are still on the same platform. Just like say, for those that know about this election stuff, you're coming on the party platform of maybe a liberal or something like that. Even if you have your own personal agenda, you are still on that platform. You understand? You still have
Yeah.
that. So that's just what I just see. I just see Brentford being too strong, not too strong particularly, but their set piece, they are really grounded in set pieces. Those long throws is a real good avenue for Brentford. Longer passes, long throws. But that said, you now look at the Crystal Palace side that are really attacking. They can cut through you. They showed that
Hmm.
against Liverpool. But Brentford
Yeah.
are very structured. Very structured. They will not see that space. Right. So that's why I went for Brentford. Brentford win.
Well, me,
Guys,
I went for a draw between Crystal Palace and Brentford because I feel like
2-2.
Crystal
You went for
Palace,
2-2 draw.
yeah, a 2-2 draw because I feel like Crystal
That
Palace, they're a side where
that's
they're
the
also good.
second prediction I put
Yeah,
on that.
they are also good in set pieces because
Mm,
at the same time, they are good in set pieces. So if Brentford score, there's a chance that they could also score. They have those two sides
go
that are
back. Yeah.
organized. They do
Yeah.
have if you check their head to head, they have more draws between them. And aside the draws,
I saw that
Brentford
as
also
one more.
win those games as one more game. So,
Mm.
based on how Glasner is setting up the team, I still see a draw in this game, or maybe even Crystal Palace win. But I went with a draw. So let's move on. Let's move on to Fulham Wolves. So Fulham Wolves, guys, we're just going through all these
Mm.
games that
First,
we don't care
first
about
thing,
before we
first
get to the
thing,
games we actually care about.
First thing you should know about is Wolves. Fulham are just how many points above the relegation zone? People have
not
not been talking about Fulham.
not that much, but Fulham, they are
Yeah,
just like right there, right? They have 8 points this season, so they are 17th on the table. So they are just right
yeah,
above relegation, right? The relegation teams
yeah.
right now: West Ham, Wolves, and Nottingham Forest. So,
We have three of them.
so what do you
Okay,
think,
continue.
Fulham?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I went
For
for
Fulham Wolves, I was thinking, Wolves based on the form they've been having. One part of my mind, I was thinking Wolves maybe they might do something, but then when I thought about it even further, I'm like, there really is no evidence that Wolves will bounce back anytime soon because they've just been getting losses upon losses upon losses. And this Fulham and Wolves seem to be a side that they could easily beat each other. Like Fulham could beat Wolves, Wolves could beat Fulham. But for this one, just based on most recent form and who really wants it, I know Wolves want it badly, but will they be able to get it over the edge? I doubt. So I went for Fulham to win this one 2-1.
Okay. I went in the opposite direction simply because I saw people can argue that, oh, they played Chelsea and the defense was bad and this and that, but it's not like the Fulham's defense. They are saints,
Mhm.
right? Basi is not far off from Tosin. They are from the same mold. You understand? Tosin was from Fulham, right? I'm not putting him down, but he was from Fulham, right? Basi is there. So the same mistakes Tosin has, same mistakes Basi has, they are of the same level. Their defenders are of the same level. Maybe apart from the guy beside Basi, but I just see them conceding goals. Wolves, the biggest issue with Wolves is that defense, right? Defensively, they are horrid. Fulham, defensively, they are nonsense. But the good thing about Wolves is that attacking wise, they would score, they would create. Do you get? But you can now also argue that Fulham too also create and score. You understand? But
Yeah.
I went for Wolves just because I feel like there'll be more hunger in Wolves to get something out of this one. I went with 2-1 Wolves.
Okay.
The easiest prediction would have been to just go for Fulham. But I'm trying to back this guy because
So
he's on the way to be sacked.
I guess
If he
sometimes
loses,
you just keep things simple because it's like
yeah.
what's the guarantee that anything will change, right? You just keep things simple. I think that was what crossed my mind. I'm like, what's the guarantee that
Oh
anything will
my
change?
god.
So
You're
just keep
sounding
things
like a
simple.
Liverpool fan. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So much guarantee that anything will surprise you. But let's move on to
Oh
Forest.
yeah.
Forest versus Manchester United. United, they're still on that. The trend of the guy that's going to cut his hair if they get five wins in a row. I don't know if you know that trend. There's a particular United
Okay.
fan that would
Yeah.
cut his hair if United win 5 games in a row, and his hair has been full. It's been almost like over a year now. United have not won 5 games in a row, right? So
Serious.
yeah, it's been over a year. United have not won 5 games in a row. So if they lose this game, I guess he will have
Mm.
to extend that even further, right? You keep his hair until United win 5 games in a row. So if United win this game, is one game left till the guy cuts his hair, right? But staying on course, Forest versus Manchester United, we saw all the mind games that Amorim and Sean Dyche were sending back and forth with each other. But
Mm.
when I think of who has more of a momentum these days, right? It feels like United have a better momentum these days compared to Forest. So that being said, I favored United to win this one, but I didn't give it a clear cut. I don't think this is going to be a clear cut win because I think Forest will put up a fight. They'll put up a fight. They'll try their
Yeah.
best, but this is a game where
Yeah.
United will still just find a way. So I gave
Mm.
United to win this one 2-1.
Okay. I went for United win also. I went with 3-2 simply because I just feel it to be a game where two of them they get desperate. Just like you
Mhm.
saw when United played Brighton. It
Yeah,
ended up becoming a 6 goal thriller, right? I'm
yeah.
expecting almost like 5 goals in this one. So I went with 3-2 United,
Mhm.
which could also be the other way around if
Yeah.
United is not careful. But I'm not so confident with Sean Dykes.
Mm.
I'll be honest with you, I don't have any confidence in him. He's not proved me wrong,
Mhm.
right? He's lost his first game. They were not really good. They were not really far from what Ange was doing, right?
Yeah.
So we see.
Okay, we'll see. Let's move on. Spurs versus Chelsea. Should we do Spurs Chelsea now, or do you want to come back to Spurs Chelsea?
I think you should leave this one for last. Let's
Okay,
go to West
let's skip
Ham.
over Spurs
West
Chelsea.
Ham.
Let's go to West Ham
West.
Newcastle.
Yeah. Um.
West Ham Newcastle. I mean, what's much to say? There's not much to say in this one, apart from the
For
fact
West
that
Ham
West Ham
Newcastle.
they are, yeah. Apart from the fact that West Ham they are desperately looking for their a home win under Nuno, right? So
Mm,
because they've not been in the best form. In fact, they're in relegation form, right? But then at the
mm.
end of the day, I don't really know if this is the game where they get that win, right? Because Newcastle seem like they've just been firing on all cylinders, right? They look like
Really good.
they won during the week, midweek.
Mm.
Wotemade is looking very solid. That brother
He
has
has
been
almost four.
scoring.
He
He
has
has six
almost four
goals.
goals now.
He has 6 goals.
6.
Yeah, this season I think he has 6 goals. So
Isak
six
has
goals
flopped.
this season.
Isak, what's
Isak has
happening to
one
Isak?
goal. He has one goal, right?
Ah,
So when you
God.
look at how Newcastle have been moving, I know West Ham will put up a fight. They will try their best. Maybe Nuno might go more defensive. So for this game, I predicted a draw.
I actually have two. I have two predictions for this game simply because there are two possibilities I'm thinking of. First possibility is a draw, but the main
Mm,
possibility I'm thinking of is West Ham win. Because I
mm,
feel Nuno is he's going to cook something. He's going to solve the problem of West Ham. I believe it's the same thing when he took over from Nottingham Forest. They
mhm.
were not like smooth sailing, right? They were like draw, loss, loss, draw. Then he got that his first win. Then do you get he struggled for the first 7 games. Then he kicked in, right? Um for this one, I went with West Ham win Newcastle 2-1. I know people will say, that's really bold, but
I don't see
yeah,
it
just feel.
happening. I really don't
Yeah,
see it
just
happening.
feel.
But we can move on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about City Bournemouth. Right, City Bournemouth. That's a game where City they typically beat Bournemouth at the Etihad for some reason, like with
Before
large
you
margins.
before you land, you guys, let's know your prediction before you even land. I will let you know that Bournemouth is second on the table, so give them some respect.
I'm giving them please. Okay.
Yes, give them
Okay,
some
fair enough.
respect.
I'll give it to
This is
them.
second.
I'll give it
This
to
is a
them.
this is
Mhm.
second versus third. What
Yeah.
position is City? City second, third.
On the table, let's see.
Yeah,
No, City, they are not third on the table. They are fifth on the
they are not.
table.
They are even fifth. So it's
Yeah,
second versus
Spurs,
fifth.
yeah, Spurs, they are third on the table, and Sunderland fourth. Yeah, but we know
Okay.
the table doesn't really matter right now. Things will
The
change.
table doesn't lie,
Mm,
Kingsley. At
yeah,
this
but
point in time, after 9 games, the table does not lie.
it doesn't. I know.
Where you are is where you deserve to be. Chelsea is probably ninth or 10th. That's where we deserve to be with Tosin in our defense. The
Fair
table
enough.
does not lie. Liverpool, where are you guys? Let me pull up this my table so I can be blasting everybody now. Now I'm in the mood. I'm
Liverpool,
in the mood.
we are
You are
seventh
seventh.
on the table.
You deserve to be seventh with that 2 goals per game conceding. You deserve it. Aston Villa deserves to be eighth. They've not started well this season.
It's so
Do you
funny
get?
because if we lose to Villa, then
Oh God,
we
please
might
don't
even
even
move
say,
further down the table again.
don't say because there's a probability. Oh my
Yeah,
days.
we're
Oh my
seventh. If we lose to Villa, we
Crystal
might move
Palace,
further down
Brentford.
the
You might
table.
go to 11th
Yeah.
or even 12th. If you
How
lose to
many how
Villa,
many more L's? How many more L's before they feel like hey and it's slots.
and it's
And
Lord
it's
la
slot la
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 la la
la
la.
la la la.
Ha,
We're
you
tired
see,
of you, man.
we say men
Men
lie,
lie,
women
women lie, the table never
table
lies.
never lie. That's
Oh
a
my
good quote.
days. That's a good one.
The
SSB
person that the,
2025.
the person that keeps the quote for us, CK9, is not here today.
Man. But
anyways,
but
anyways,
I think for this
let
one, I
let
think for this one,
and you know that their striker has been informed. What's his name again? Eh, Semenyo,
yeah,
hot
Semenyo
form.
has been scoring. Mm,
So first thing we need to consider in this, I think we need to talk about this game first extensively because before you
mm.
give your prediction, so you know what is at stake. First of all, who is Semenyo going up against? That's the first thing on the left hand side. That is City's weak side. Oh,
Really,
sorry,
if
right hand
O'Reilly is
side.
weak.
Right hand side. Semenyo will be on the left,
I think Pep will
so
play
he's going on
Kushanov
the
on
right
this
hand
one.
side.
I think Pep will play
You
Kushanov
think so?
on the right
Kushanov
side. Yes.
started the last game.
Yeah, he did, but it feels like Kushanov is back, right? I feel like he might want to play Kushanov again on that side, or Mateus Nunes on that side. But Mateus
I think
Nunes
he
is a
will
huge
start.
risk.
He will
If
rotate
he's worried
you. He
about
will rotate.
if he's worried
He
about
can't
like
start Christian off.
if he's
He's
worried
just coming
about
back.
defensive if he's worried about himself defensively, then
Six
I
one.
think
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. 6-1. Wow, that's bold.
if
Crazy.
he's worried about the defense, then I think that that's something that he possibly would do. The last time they played each other at the Etihad, they ended 3-1.
Mm.
But possible lineups for the game, right? Based on what SofaScore is saying, you might have Mateus Nunes on that side, Ruben Diaz, Guardiola, Nico Riley, which typically have
That's
been
it.
the four guys at the
That's
back that he's mostly used in the
so
last couple games.
who is in front of who is in I just want to know. You have, let's say you have Matthias Nunes. Who is in front of Matthias Nunes? Who is in front
What do
of
you mean in
Nunes?
front? What do you
In
mean
the
in
as
front of
far,
Nunes?
like directly in front. This Nunes. Who is the person in front of him, supporting him
Oh,
on the
like
right
oh,
hand
that's
side of the city?
Bernardo Silva, possibly.
Shh,
But these
he's
are
going to
possible
run.
lineups, right? They are possible lineups. They're not the exact
Yeah.
thing, so you don't know. So possibly Bernardo Silva, Reinders, Foden, Doku. That'll be the four. He plays 4-1-4-1. So Haaland up top, Bernardo Silva, Reinders, Foden, Doku,
Mm,
Nico
mm,
Gonzalez, Nunes,
mm,
Ruben Diaz, Guardiola, Nico Riley, Donnarumma,
mm,
right? And then for Bournemouth, you have
mm,
Semenyo on this side, Kluivert,
mm.
Tavernier,
Kluivert, it's really
Kofi,
dangerous too.
of
Kluivert is
course,
really
of course. He
dangerous.
has some good long range shots.
Mm,
You have Adams, you have Scott, you
mm,
have Truffet, Sensei,
mm,
Jimenez, Petrovic. Interesting, right? His feet.
mm.
So
Kluivert is their keeper.
I know. So
It's a
apart from
that defense is getting open like a little kid opening up candy on Halloween nights.
which defense, City's defense.
I think so. It's talking of City. I don't know which other defense we're talking about here.
I don't know what defense you're talking about, but
The game is at the Etihad. That's the only reason I'm just like I'm trying to swing towards City. They lost their last game. Oh, Guardiola will not want to continue start this losing run.
did you
Do
guys
you get what
see? Did you guys watch Ryan Cherky and his link up with Mamouche? Have you guys seen that highlight of Cherky and Mamouche how they play together?
I didn't see it
Yeah, I was watching like a clip of them today. I was like, wow, Ryan
for
Cherky guy.
Swansea.
Anyway, Swansea, but
Swansea, bro.
yeah,
Don't
but this Ryan Cherky guy, if he's able
when
to,
he meets a formidable opposition, there will not be any link up. He's panic.
but if he's able to
Yes,
do that, he said, don't
he's
buy into
not.
the City hype. Yeah. But if
He's
he's able
not.
to, I'm not buying into the hype.
Sheki is
But if
an
he's able
average
to,
player.
you can't say that. If he's able to do that
I can say that
in
now.
actual league
He's not.
games, I
He's
think,
not done anything to spark my
yeah, but
imagination.
sure, but it's too soon to say he's average. You've not seen enough yet to say, oh, yeah, he's an average player.
He's just a good player. He's not. He doesn't wow me. Do you get
Yet,
what I'm saying?
he has not wowed you yet. You have to add
He's
yet at the
never.
end of that. You can't make a
Okay, if
definite
you
statement
see,
and say he's not just an
Kingsley,
average player.
I've seen,
Yet.
I've seen players that were so skillful. This thing, we saw there was one in that Tottenham wanted to buy so many years ago. If you guys will remind me, that Redknapp was chasing. This guy was so good. The flair was there.
Mm,
What happened? He never. He just flare. At the end of the day, at the end of the season, you check how many goals did they score, how many assists in the whole season. 6. How many assists? 7. With all the flair and all the dancing and all the link up. That's why I say he's just a good player. Do you get what I'm saying? So in a
mm,
game where I've seen Checky, I know the kind of player he is. In a game where it's so serious, end to end, and City is on the back foot, you're not going to see Checky in that game. In a game where City is on top and dominating, you're going to see Checky in that game. He's going
okay.
to wow you in that game. He's going to, and once they are blowing out that opposition, Checky is in there. You're going to see Shaky. You see the best of him. But in a
Mm,
difficult game where they have to crawl themselves, you can't put Eden Hazard this week enter the Hall of Fame. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can't. Shaky is skillful. The level at which with that level of skill he has, he should be operating almost at the level of Hazard. That's
Every
at
small thing a
level.
player comes here, you should be operating on the level of Hazard. Every small, yeah, you should be on level Hazard's level.
No,
You should be on
no.
Hazard's level. Relax, like
I use that as a yardstick. That's why that's one thing AB said. There's one thing he
mhm,
said on this on in his comment. He said if he has not shown it, you don't need time to, I don't know the way he said it, you don't need time to show that you're actually good
mhm.
sometimes. If he's there, he's there. If he's not there, he's not there.
So for a
Do
player
you
like
get?
Florian Wirtz is not there, right?
Florian Wirtz showed he was good before. So, like he was excellent. There's an
There's a
evidence.
reason why Checky was signed, right?
Sheki has just been okay from where he came from. He's been okay with attitude problem. He's been okay. Do you get? He's come to the Premier League. What's the brother's name? Viet. Exactly. He said Viet has shown more than Sheki.
Mm,
Do you get what I'm saying? Even if it's just 2 assists, but you see the way Viet is currently in a team that is disorganized, disjointed, scattered, in disarray,
mhm,
in the mud, confused coach. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's still doing
mm,
that way. Sheki is in a well-run organization.
mm,
Do you get what I'm saying? He's in a well-run organization. He has every tools he has to be. See what Doku is doing. Doku is improving year to year. The level at which Doku is this season is far higher than even Doku's first season. You can
mhm.
argue that Doku was doing some mad things in his first 2 games. He was not on the Hazard level. He's not there, but he was doing some mad things that we could all remember. Do you get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So Sheki, I don't know. Let's see. It might be too early for me to judge. I agree with you when you say maybe he's not wowed me yet. Maybe
yeah,
he's young. He will still improve. Do you get what I'm saying? But you talk about a player like Estavo. He's not as if he's done heaven and earth, but you just know when you see the player. If you're a scout, you just like, this guy is good. Is good. When his team is down, you see it, right? But let's I like SSB's comment. Say give him 1 season. Let's give him 1 season. Maybe I'm judging him too early.
yeah. But let's move on
I'm always
from Checky and talk about
checking
the actual game.
discussion.
So, what are your expectations from this game?
The only issue I have with Iraola is it feels like he cannot beat Pep Guardiola. He's
He
not
can.
found
He
the
has
way.
won. He has won Pep.
In Etihad has he won Pep? No.
Okay,
He's
no.
always gone to the Etihad and crumbled. Like
Yeah.
he always crumbles in that Etihad atmosphere. I don't know what the issue is, right?
Mm.
Tactically, he starts to panic. Like I watched the last one where they lost 4-0 or something like that. And the season before it was a big margin in the
Yeah.
Etihad. I
Have
can't
they ever
remember.
won at the? I don't know if they've ever won at the
They've
Etihad.
not.
I don't think
They've
so.
not. So
Yeah.
it's always a case where he just collapses. His team
Mm-hmm.
collapses. He as a manager, he collapses tactically and he starts to panic. When he's at
Mm-hmm.
home, it's different. He's more confident, he's thinking, he's writing without his small notebook, taking down some. Do you get what I'm saying? But in the end, I just
Yeah.
feel like he's blown away. Do you get
Mm-hmm.
so? SSE say I have a hot take. I think City's dynasty is over. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pep is done for at least a couple of years. Let's see. I know, like Mourinho, Mourinho, after some time, he just went on autopilot and do you get? It feels like football has advanced. Mourinho is still an excellent coach. Do you get? But I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like he's not just there. He's 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the game for 20 something odd years. It comes a time where you just have to just hang your boots, like Klopp did. You know, give yourself hypertension. Enjoy your life. Just hang the boots. You understand? But you can argue
Mm-hmm.
that football is one thing they love, right? So the only thing for Iraola, he always crumbles. He used to give me the 2 seasons I've watched him go to the Etihad. He's always giving me the vibe of Ateta going home to his
So
teacher.
you don't expect him to get any win from the game.
That's the only fear. When I want to predict for Bournemouth, I just think, this guy has crumbled 2 seasons in a row. Would there be any change? But you can also argue that his attack, he doesn't even need to give them instruction. They're like dogs.
But how would the
Dog.
attack? The only thing for me with City and Bournemouth is because
Mm.
City are not playing that whole like high line
They're
like they used to play
sitting back.
before, and Bournemouth
Mm.
seem to always find a way to beat teams that have all those high line. They are very open. Like you see the way Bournemouth even came back in our game, the game against Liverpool. Like they could have gotten a
Mm.
draw in that game. They could have won that game. Anything could have happened, right? With Semenyo's quality, but then we
Mm.
still found a way and we won. But then with City, they won't get that much opportunity to do that because City will sit in kind of like a mid block as what they typically tend to do these days.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
Haaland is looking like, yes, he didn't score in his last league game. He was on a scoring streak, he didn't score. But Haaland is looking like he's going to score in this game. Because Bournemouth,
Mhm.
I don't think they're a team that will want to sit back and just ho- let you have the ball. They will actually come, they will actually try to
I'll,
play.
I'll, I'll ask you this question and you let
Mhm.
me know your opinion. If after 5 minutes or 6 minutes, Bournemouth scores, which I think they would, what do you think will be the response from Manchester City?
I think City will score.
So how would they score? Would they sit back?
They will not sit back.
Exactly. That's when the game will become end to end because
And
they'll be opened up.
they don't want to, Bournemouth can't risk playing end to end with City. It's
What I'm
dangerous
saying is, what
because
I'm saying, let
City
me tell
have
you
more
how
quality. They have more
Bournemouth,
quality.
Bournemouth typically this season, they always have fast starts. They always score you in the first 10 minutes. They score early. They always
Mhm,
have fast start. If you just say well, I'm just coming from the dressing room. I didn't know the game has started, brother.
mhm.
You will pick the ball at the back of the net. They start early. They always have quick starts. So the thing now is if they have a quick start, what happens? City would come at them. City can't stay mid block when they are
Mhm.
trying to score or love ball to Haaland. No, they will go back to their normal default where they have to pass. They have to play their normal game. Every attacking team has to attack. Do you get? That
Yeah,
will create. That is what they want. That will now create the space and time for Semenyo and his brother, the one that plays as the 10. What's the you just called his name? I've forgotten his name.
Kluivert.
Um Kluivert. Do you
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? And Kluivert doesn't need to get towards close to Donnarumma to score. He can score from outside the box. So it's not
But
a matter of they have,
Donnarumma, for you to score, anyway, it's true. It's true. You have a
you want
point,
to
but
say
at the end of the
he
day,
has not
at the end of the
conceded
day, I
from
just feel
outside.
like we're
I
trying
want
to
to give
drag
it
out
to
and make a point
instances.
for Bournemouth. We know at the end of the day, I
No,
feel like
I'm
we're trying to
saying
drag this out and make a point for Bournemouth.
no, we are
We
talking
know
about
Bournemouth will
the
lose this game. We know Bournemouth will lose this game.
who knows.
We know they will lose this game. I don't see the
It
reason
might
why
not,
we're
it
making a
might
point for Bournemouth.
look at it, no, Kingsley. I'm trying to you see this one. I have three scores there, which I'm
What
still
are your
trying
three
to
scores?
decide.
What are your three scores and why do you have those three scores?
The first score I have is Manchester City 3, Bournemouth 1.
Mm-hmm.
The second score I have is
Mm-hmm.
3-3.
Yeah.
And the last score I have is
Mm.
3-2.
That's my score. I actually have 3-2.
3-2 Bournemouth is what
Three.
that's the last one.
I have 3-2 City.
Maybe we're talking about Manchester City Bournemouth. So the first score I have is 3-1,
Mm.
3-1 Manchester City.
Yeah.
Second one I have is 3-3. And the third score I have is 2-3 for Bournemouth. I'm still trying to decide. So I'm trying to think about the game.
It's funny that you
Do
guys actually think I'm not. You people say King City is not older, like what SSB is saying, and people have said
mm,
some City fans want Trafford over Donnarumma, which is shocking.
mm,
Donnarumma is better than Trafford in any way.
better than Trafford. Oh, are they
Uh,
asking for Trafford?
he's heard that some City fans want Trafford over
Mm,
Donnarumma. See, nobody's talking about it, but Haaland is probably the best player in the EPL right now. Haaland is really looking very good and solid. Haaland is
yeah.
carrying his team right now. Oh, this Haaland is carrying his team. Haaland is carrying his team is quite shocking, but okay. He's carrying his
Okay.
team in terms of scoring. That is true. He said who's at home? City's
Mm,
at home. In terms of
City
scoring,
is at
that's
home.
true. But I'm just going to
Mm.
be honest with you. I don't see this is not one of those
You
games.
don't see
City,
you don't see
City
in a
lost
in a
against City lost against Villa, right? In
okay.
that
How did
game,
they?
in
I know
that
you
game,
watched that game,
it was
right?
in
You
that
watch
game, in that
you
game,
watched that game. How did you
I
see
watched
the
parts of
first
that
half?
game. I watched parts of that game. In that game, yes, they held Haaland. There was no
Did they see a low block in that game?
Aston Villa.
No, City. Let's start from
They
City.
didn't stay low block in the game. They didn't need
So
to stay
how
low
were
block.
okay, good. How was Aston Villa in that game?
How were they in the game? They
They
defended the
started
game.
they, they started
They
mid block
defended.
first.
Yeah, but they went
Mid
back. They
block,
went to low
they
block.
went back. Yes, so that's what
Yes,
I'm saying.
they defended in the game.
They started mid block, they moved back a bit. Then when they got forward, they scored. Then what
But the way
City
they
were
scored, was like a very brilliant individual brilliance from Matikash. It was not like that
shots
if
from
the
outside the box.
if that
Was
shot that
shot that
shot
was
that the guy
deflected.
Matikash
Was
played,
deflected.
if they did not score that game could have ended
Zero
in a
zero.
draw. It could have ended in
Yeah,
a draw. Let's be
true.
honest. And there are some games like that. Arsenal faced the
Mhm,
same thing when they played Liverpool, right? We've not been
mm,
good all season, but we were
mm,
winning some games. And when we played Arsenal, Sobostai was
mm,
what made the difference. Football is like that sometimes. And individual brilliance can just cause a difference. But it's crazy to me that we are spending so much time to think about
mm.
how why City would not win Bournemouth at the Etihad
Why?
when Bournemouth have
So
never won at the Etihad. City are in City, yes,
there's
City.
always the first time.
There's always the first time fair, but we know this game,
Good.
Doku would
Mm,
start this game.
mhm.
I
That's
don't
good.
think I don't think this is a game
Good
where
to
Doku
know.
would not start. I don't think
Mm.
in the last game that City played, I don't even know if let me check their last game.
I'll ask
In
you this
Swansea. I don't
question.
think Doku started in Swansea. Did he start in Swansea?
I'll ask you this question. City players, do you think they are a bit scared to play Bournemouth? Do you think they are scared?
They are not. They are not
They
scared to
are.
play Bournemouth.
They are.
How are they
They
scared to
are.
play Bournemouth?
With their current form, they are scared
Okay.
to play Bournemouth at home
Doku started the last game, right? It was
against
Mamouche
Swansea.
against Swansea. It was Mamouche, Doku,
Why did they
Cheki,
use Dogu?
Bob. I don't know. Mamouche, Doku, Cheki, Bob,
Mm,
Mukasa Gonzalez. He played a 4-2-3-1 in that game.
mm,
Ainuri, Ake, Kushanov, Rico Lewis, right? He's playing
mm,
4-2-3-1. He's playing 4-1-4-1. Depends,
mm,
right? Foden will start in against Bournemouth, right? I
mm.
know people are not rating Foden this season, but
Foden is
Foden
good.
was Foden is not in a bad form. I think
Let
Doku
me.
might start this game. I think Doku might
Mhm,
start in the game, or Doku might come off the
mhm,
bench. But I think for Pep, that could make a difference. Doku starting or Doku not starting. It could help if Doku starts. I think
mhm,
Oscar Bob might be favored to start on that side over Bernardo Silva. But if Bernardo Silva is fit, Bernardo Silva starts. You get what I'm
mm.
saying? So that's what I see. Yes,
Was
Swansea they
Swansea
scored
weak?
first, right? They were leading, they scored, and City came back in the game and won 3-1, which can
So
happen in football, right?
that's what I ask you now. Is you were building on that. Thank God you mentioned Swansea. I've just asked you the same thing now. I said if Bournemouth scores first, how do you envision? Because that's the way me I think. When me I have my plan and everything. If my team concedes first, what is my next 2 moves or 3 moves? I always plan my next 5 moves. Actually, I have it mapped out. Five people think I'm mad. I have 5 moves planned out. If my team concedes first, this is my starting. My team concedes first. What's my next move? Do you get? So for City, the way I look at them, they score first. I just think they will be more desperate to go at Bournemouth at that point in time. When they go at Bournemouth, they need to score. And when they score, they can kill the confidence of Bournemouth. If they don't score at that time, Bournemouth will score them again. And it becomes a problem. That's why I'm thinking of this 3-2. Do you get? But at the same time, I'm leaning towards a 3-1 City
Mm.
because that is what the game should be.
So
It
what's
is
your
yeah.
pick?
I don't know. I don't know if I should go 2-2, 2-2, 2-2, but I don't know. Like I have a feeling that City's defense will let them down. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's why I want to go with a draw, 2-2 draw.
There's
But
never been a
City,
draw between these two sides in the last 10 matches. It's
yeah,
either City
that's
win or
that's
Bournemouth
that
win.
or
So for
lose.
me, I think
Oh, someone
sometimes
always wins.
someone typically wins in this game. So someone
Okay.
always wins, in fact. I think for me, I'm
Mm.
not going to overthink it. I feel like we're overthinking what might happen in the game. I know SSB is going 2-2. I don't want Pep to win, to be honest. Fair. I like to remove sentiments from the way I look at things.
Sentiment.
Sometimes
Without
what will
sen-
happen,
without
what you expect to
sentiment,
happen, is
without
happening.
sentiment, without sentiment, and you go by history.
What if someone? What if
Um,
Semenyo has? What if Semenyo has a bad game? You talk about
our,
Haaland is carrying the team.
you
You don't
you
think
you
Semenyo?
think
You don't think Semenyo is not one of the most important
Semenyo
players for
just
Bournemouth?
yes, but the other guy is there. There are people that will score you.
You're
The
hyping Kluivert. That Kluivert
crime,
to do something. What if
Kingsley,
what if Semenyo has a bad game?
Kingsley.
Then what?
Let me not even tell you. They will probably lock up Semenyo, but can they lock up Clivet? Because that's the
You're
person they
over
should lock
you're
up to.
overhyping these players.
Okay, if you
You are.
think so. Okay,
You
for
are.
that, let me go towards SSB has gone with
No,
a
stay with your
draw. AB
prediction.
has gone with
Stay with your prediction. Stay with your prediction.
I'll go with a 2-3 Bournemouth
2-3 Bournemouth. Okay. I go with 3-2 City. I think
City.
that's most likely what will happen in the game. Yeah. But anyways, let's move on to Sunderland Everton. Sunderland Everton, it was a really hard one to predict because these two sides, I don't
Pickford
know,
is
they
is
they
going
kind
back
of
to his boyhood club.
they kind of beat each other sometimes. Sunderland win, Everton win, Sunderland win, Everton win. Everton this season could win home and away. Sunderland could win home and away. So for this one, I went to Sunderland win actually. I went to Sunderland win. I don't know if Everton will find something in this game, so I went with Sunderland win.
Hey, say you guys make me laugh. Bournemouth are coming from a small hockey playing field. Actually, field size matters. How are they going to contain City?
They are
It's a
not
good
winning
point.
that game.
Field size matters.
They are not winning that game.
Yeah, yeah. Normally, if you go by what should happen, it should be 3-1 City. Do you get? But I'll go with
I'm going
I'll
three
go
two.
with
I'm going 3-2 City just because
I'll
I
go
feel
with
like Bournemouth
three
might
two
find a way
Bournemouth.
to score. But
I'll go with 3-2 Bournemouth. Let's see.
okay, let's move on. And let's talk about Spurs Chelsea.
I didn't give my predictions for
Oh,
Everton Sunderland.
Sunderland Everton. What's your prediction?
What did you go with Sunderland?
Sunderland win 2-1.
I think Sunderland drop points.
Okay,
They drop point because
this could easily be a draw. But
yeah,
why?
yeah. I went with I actually went with an Everton win simply because Everton are just coming off a loss and Sunderland they are coming off a win, but at the same time, that win was deceiving. Do you get what I'm saying? There are some wins where you just get and you just be like, "Oh, I've won," but it should not get to you as a team because if you look deep down, it could have ended a draw. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why when we Everton win, Everton will be more desperate. Let's see if they can do something in the Stadium of Light. Let's see.
Mm,
I went with Everton win 2-1.
okay. Okay. Let's move on to Spurs versus Chelsea. Spurs Chelsea. All right. Let's talk about Spurs Chelsea. You're the Chelsea fan, so what do you think about the game? Sports Chelsea. What do you think? What do you
My
expect?
brother,
What do you think will happen?
this was the most difficult for me to predict
Why was it
because
difficult?
it's difficult because you're a fan and you're
Mm,
always biased towards your club. You want them to do well.
yeah.
But at the same time, you think about the harsh realities. The harsh reality is that that defense has a gaping hole. Uncle Tosin is still there.
Mm,
Do you get what I'm saying? You talk about Spurs. Not the only win they've gotten at home this season is against Burnley.
mm,
They win all their games away from home.
mm,
In the Premier League, away from home, they don't really win at home, right? You now talk about Chelsea. That anytime they see Chelsea, it just becomes a different affair. The two teams want to fight. I'm tipping Reece James for red card. I told you. I put it again here. My team are the most indisciplined team
mm,
to ever exist because now we are currently on 5 red cards or so.
mhm.
5 red cards. We collect red card every game, and this is a game we should collect red card.
You
Ideally,
might you
is a
might
lot.
collect red card. I'm curious to know what
Is a
AB thinks about this game. AB, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, let AB give his thought. But I'm just tipping. I'm tipping someone like Rhys James or Cucurella for red card.
Mm.
Or Cucurella will cause somebody to give him red. Do you understand? He will
Yeah.
just Cucurella will just be in your face, and all this is a jump. He pull his head. You understand what I'm saying? Or
Yeah, I get you.
James will just get angry as captain, sports easy and match somebody. Red
Mm.
card, boom. Another thing I forgot to check who is the referee for that game, because that determines a lot. It determines. Let me even. I didn't. Who is the referee? God, I just praised it.
Gerard Gillett.
Oh God, man.
Jared Gillett.
I just want to. I want to. If it's the person I have in mind, I just bear with me. I'm sure you say, "What am I checking?" Referee always matter in this kind of game. I just want to see his face. I
But
just want
aside
to know.
aside the referee though, can you talk about like tactically what you want to see from your team? Lineups, people you expect to start the game, how you expect Maresca to play. AB saying if Maresca's system works,
Oh,
Chelsea wins
oh,
easy.
Jared
If
Gillett,
if
we're
Chelsea
winning this one.
if
We're
Chelsea
winning.
lose,
We're
blame
winning.
Maresca, but I see a draw, a win or draw, then I'm happy. Hmm. What are the people you expect in the lineup? Who do you want to see in the lineup? Who are your difference makers, creativity wise? Who should be on the bench? What should it look like? What should your team look like? I can
Ideally,
pull
I
up
want
super score possible lineup.
ideally, who I want to see in the midfield, I want to see a midfield three of. I want to see like Enzo 10, Santos, and Caicedo. Do you get? So Caicedo and Santos sits. Then you have Enzo in front of them. Then you have Pedro Neto on the left, Estavo on the right, and Joao Pedro up front. I think it's high time Joao Pedro just plays as the striker. The lap is not around, right? In defense, I want, or he might even go with Gusto. He might go with Gusto in the midfield. Gusto and I saw the chip. I saw the chip. He might go with Gusto and Caicedo in the middle. You understand? Gusto Caicedo in the middle with Rich James wide. I think that's what he might go for. Then keep Santos on the bench.
That's interesting because so far score possible lineups. You know, put Caicedo in your team.
They are not serious. Do they know what they
That's
are
weird.
doing?
They don't put Caicedo in your team sheet.
Let
I'm
me
like,
see if
what?
let
What
me
is
see if
wrong?
Caicedo is injured. No, he's nursing an injury now.
They didn't put Caicedo in your team sheet. Your team sheet is Gusto, Chaloba, Achampong, Cucurella as the four across the back line.
Because they
Enzo
want us to
Fernandez,
lose now.
Enzo
Yeah.
Fernandez, Rhys James in the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Santos, Ganacho, Pedro
As 10.
Neto as the three.
Never.
Santos as 10. And
Never.
then Joao Pedro
You
up
know what?
front. That doesn't make
You
sense.
you
I
you,
know
you know
Dilap
eh,
has a red card, so Dilap would not
yeah,
start.
you
But
know why
then
why Santos would not start? Because Santos played majority of the Wolves game. So how does he start
so
this one?
fair enough.
Caicedo and Fernandez came from the bench. Rich James did not play. Gusto was pulled off. You already know the people he's going to
So
use.
Gusto Rhys James will play then.
Yes, that's what I'm
So
thinking. Gusto
so
Rich
your
James,
midfield,
probably
I
Gusto
think your
and
midfield
Caicedo.
will be Caicedo and Rhys James,
Gusto.
and then
No,
up
no. It's
and
usually
Gusto,
Caicedo and Gusto. Then Rich
Caicedo and
James will
Gusto,
be outside.
and then up top in that 10 will be Enzo Fernandez. Then it'll be Enzo in the
I think
10,
so. I
Enzo
think
in the
so.
10, Neto,
Yeah.
Ganacho.
Yeah. Um. Oh, that's a
One
good
win,
thing. How
one
is
win, and
Mahrez?
one win and one draw. That's Enzo's against Thomas Frank. A win and a draw.
Okay. Has he lost against
He has not lost
Thomas Frank?
against no
Thomas Frank.
a win and a draw.
That's a good factor to consider in this. So, because oh yes, yes, I remember when they met. Um, I don't know. I don't. Should I tell you the thing that is making me is make yes. I have to be realistic. I'm not just. I don't want to just be a fan. I want to think objectively. I don't know who is going to be the center backs.
For you
Because
guys.
yes, I don't know.
But your possible center backs, you know what it's going to be. Chaloba
What
and
is it going?
Chimpong. That's going to be your center back.
Okay,
Possibly.
Chalupa
Or
na
do you want Tosin
Ah,
Chaloba? Or do you want Tosin Achimpong? You know that,
Don't
those
mention
center backs
Tosin.
with
Don't
Tosin, whatever
mention Tosin.
combination of Tosin involved is
You Tosin.
a weak back line.
We are
So,
losing.
you're
If Tosin is in that back line, we are losing. Let me put it there now. That's a caveat to my prediction. If Tosin is starting, we are losing. I don't see us winning. So maybe Tosin Achimpong, London Derby. Ah,
other
um,
than Kudus
let's say we
is
stop.
Xavi Simons and Brennan Johnson, and
Javin
then
Simmons has been poor. I hope you know.
Moani will be up top as
Oh,
their striker.
Colomwani has been good
Kolomwani, and
too.
then in their midfield you have Polinia Bentancur. In their defense, they have Pedro Porro, Danso, Van der Ven, and Jet Spence. These are possible lineup, guys. Possible
But they
lineup.
use most of their first team in the week, midweek.
Yeah, because they're trying to win.
Win
Yeah, they're actually giving it a go. Not like
that
some
would
coaches that feel like they need to rest everybody to get a chance to
that.
win.
But he played most of the people and they still lost. And they will now come and play Chelsea, which is high intensity.
You give it a
Do you
chance.
get
They're athletes. This is
and
what they do for a living. They get necessary
another
recovery,
another
training, and then they
thing?
go again.
You say, Andy, it could be our starting 11 against Liverpool with Estavo replacing Garnacho.
What I have a
That's
feeling
what
Estavo. I have a feeling Estavo will not start this game.
you
Maresca will
think
not
so.
start Estavo. I have a feeling actually that Maresca will start Garnacho in place of Estavo, and
Mm.
it will be Neto Garnacho,
Oh,
similar to what you guys did in your last game. Your last game, if I'm not mistaken,
we
he
can't
didn't
use
start.
Neto Garnacho again. Okay,
That's what he did.
but
Gittins will be on
Garnacho
the
didn't play.
bench, Estavo
The
on the bench. Those guys will come in.
Garnacho, did he play the last game?
He
I don't
started in
think he
your
played
last game,
Garnacho
not
against
in
Wolves.
Wolves, not in Wolves. Your last Premier
No, no,
League
no.
game.
So Garnacho will probably start this one.
Yes, that's what I'm trying
Ah,
to say. Your last Premier League game, he didn't start. He
no.
started, so you might start this one. I don't know, but against Sunderland, right? Yeah, against yeah. So against Sunderland that you guys lost at home, your lineup was, and which is going to be the same lineup you might see. The only difference is that is McGill fit.
It's fit, very fit.
Okay, so your last lineup was Rhys James, Chaluba, Achempong, Cucurella, Caicedo, Fernandes, Neto, Joao Pedro, Ganacho, Magiu.
That Joao Pedro as the 10 is not good. It
So you
doesn't
might
work
either
for us.
possibly see that lineup
Yeah.
again, or you might
I
see
don't think
a swap of.
I don't think Maggie starts this one.
Okay, then
I
the
don't think so.
possibility is Joao Pedro as a striker, and then the
Mm.
person that plays that 10 will be Enzo, and
Enzo
then
Fernandez, I think so.
Gusto will be in the
Gusto
midfield.
and Easy. AB is actually right. The same lineup that played Liverpool, where you had Gusto in the middle, Caicedo in the middle, is the same team that will start this one.
Okay, let's
Do
check
you
that
get what
lineup.
I'm saying? Yeah, I think so. Those are the people that will start, except Estavo.
But
I
in
don't
that
think
lineup,
Ghana
but guess what? In that lineup, he started Ganacho.
did he. Okay, then he starts Garnacho.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
lineup, he literally played Rich James,
Okay, but
Achampong,
AB is saying
Badiashile,
AB is saying
Cucurella.
AB is saying, but Estavo replacing Garnacho.
AB, why do you feel like Ganacho will not start? How sure are you that Ganacho will not
I
start?
don't think so. The
Why are you
form,
guys confident that Ganacho will not start?
the last Premier League game, he was hooked off at halftime, right? Or is it me just thinking? Garnacho will not start. Estavo or Gittins starting to show some glimpses. That kid is starting to look like a 50 million. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know.
Based on one strike, based on one goal,
He had to assist. He had an I don't want to say he had an average game. He had a game where I was still shouting or he was giving
or he
assists
did
and
something.
scoring. So I could not even just put anything to him. Oh, he's improved. He's actually improved. Loki, he's improved. His off the ball movement has improved a lot. And that's what you get with young players, right? Sometimes you have to give them time. But still, like some of his touches, they're still horrid. Not like Ganacho is even far from him. Right? I feel like Ganacho should be more experienced. Is it because we need Neto Cucurella to double on Kudus? So that's another reason why they might not use Ganacho. That defense, he can't defend properly. Do you get Neto? You can have a comprehensive plan with Net. They didn't want to bring in Neto for that Wolves game and Cucurella. It was so obvious. But because he had no choice, like the game would have slipped away, right? He just had to just throw them on. So he's sure that two of them will start. We know that. Estavo was removed too. So probably Estavo, but I don't know. He might start Garnacho. The Maresca we know will start Garnacho. That's my fear.
Okay, so what's your
I'll
prediction
go.
for the game?
I went with 3-2 Chelsea.
3-2 Chelsea. Okay, I went with Spurs win Chelsea 2-0.
Oh my goodness. Oh my days. Wow. That's good. What was your thinking? Let's know your thinking. That's
Okay,
crazy.
there
Two
were two.
zero. You think wait, you think Spurs will keep a clean sheet against us in a London derby? Except we have 3 red cards. That's when they are even when they scored us. Let me tell you something. Even when they scored us 2-0, we still won them.
Hmm.
Do you get so what's
You
your
said to be
thinking?
like
Let's know your thinking.
Neto Cucurella doubling on Hakimi. Okay, fair. Okay,
Mm,
there were two possible things that crossed my mind, right? And the reason why I
mm,
predicted this 2-0, there was a possibility of Chelsea winning 2-1, and there was a
mm.
possibility of Spurs winning maybe 2-1. The 2-0 was just like maybe Chelsea don't score. It's banter. But the reason why it was because of
You
I was
know,
thinking with my head. I was
Spurs
thinking
only
with
have
that
one win at home. They've
fair.
lost and drawn the rest.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't check that
Okay.
stat, but in my mind, I was just thinking in a game like this where Spurs, like you said, they've not really had the best home form, but then they lost their last game against Newcastle. I think this Spurs
Mm.
team will be hungry for a win, right? And what other game to get a win than a derby game at home, right? So that being said,
It's in Spurs' house.
is Spurs at home. So that being said,
Mm.
that was one of the things that I factored in when it came to me feeling like maybe Spurs get a win, right? Maybe Spurs find a way to get a win because I also was looking
And
at
you
Chelsea and
think
I'm like,
they will get
I
a
don't know
clean
what
sheet
your
against us?
I don't know what your coach is going to do. I
That's
don't
not
know
possible.
I don't know
Not even possible.
who is going to be your difference maker and really
It's
make
not
things happen.
possible.
But then there is
Not
a
possible.
chance. There is a chance
Why
that
I say
the guys that you
why I
start
say
don't do anything.
it's not possible. I'll tell you
Mm,
two reasons why I say it's not possible.
mm,
Chelsea creates a lot of chances. We create
mm.
a lot. Even the Wolves game, we scored 4. You can argue we created more than that. So creating chances is not
That's
our
Wolves.
problem.
That's
The
Wolves.
problem, the problem is not just Wolves. We created the only team we didn't really create chance against was maybe Sunderland. Do you get?
Mm,
Um, you talk about our defense. If Tosin is not there, I can tell you that that defense is a bit more stable than when Tosin is there. Do you get what I'm saying?
mhm.
So we'll see. But 2-0. Anyways, if you see
Why is it
this
making
prediction,
you're mad that
it's
I said
making
2-0?
no. I'm not seeing I don't see it as disrespect that we'll go to Spurs' house, then they'll beat us 2-0. I don't think so.
Brighton beat you guys 3-1 this season.
That was
Um,
with a red card now.
what makes you
That
think
was with a red
what
card.
makes you think you will not get a red card?
I know we'll get red card, but probably they too will get red card. Yes.
Um,
Astro Club, welcome, yeah. So that would
yeah,
be to
yeah.
me.
We'll see.
I'm
We'll
putting
see.
Rhys James up for red card, or Cucurella causes sports player to get red card.
We'll see.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. I went with three
Let's
to
talk
Chelsea.
about the 3-2 Chelsea. Okay, yeah, you guys might win it actually, but we'll see.
No, let's see.
We'll see what happens. Let's talk about
We should have a
Liverpool.
watch
Let's talk
along.
about
We should have a watch along for that game.
for which game?
Tottenham Chelsea.
Okay, thank God, because I'm not having a watch along for Liverpool Aston Villa. I'm not doing that to myself. I've done that one too many times. You guys, I want to enjoy my L
Oh,
in
Lavia.
peace.
Lavia is even there. Kingsley Lavia could even play safe. What am I saying? We see. Let's
Okay.
have a watch along.
Um,
I feel this is a game I should have a watch along for. Build some
for
momentum.
Spurs Chelsea. Yeah, when is Spurs
Mm.
Chelsea? That's tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow, yeah.
Wait. Liverpool is playing tomorrow.
It's still tomorrow, yeah.
I thought we're
I
playing on
thought it was
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, it's 30
Did they
minutes
move the
after
game?
Chelsea game. No, it was tomorrow. When I checked, it was tomorrow. Anyway, I checked it today
That's
and was saying tomorrow.
interesting. Why did I always think that Liverpool game was Sunday? But anyways, okay, cool. All right, let's talk about Liverpool Aston Villa. Well, I'm not doing a watch along for that game because I don't want to put myself through the stress of what I've gone through in watch alongs. Um,
Mental pain.
what are our expectations of this game? Right, I think he has rested everybody Carabao Cup, which means our coach say I don't want a heart attack. If even you are running away from a watch along, wow,
And
AB.
then I
AB,
don't
you're
want to
running
join
away
the
from a watch
water alone.
along.
I
Okay,
don't
cool.
want a heart
I
attack.
don't.
Oh my
The
god.
thing is this, right? The thing is this. I don't want. Just there are a lot of things in this game. The first
Mm,
thing is he has rested everybody, which means he has placed a huge bet of
mm,
on this game. Of the huge bet is we have to beat Aston Villa. We actually
mhm,
do have to beat Aston Villa. If we don't beat Aston Villa, then going out of the Carabao Cup doesn't make any sense. So he has
mm,
put up. People are saying that even based on what Fabrizio has reported, there is no pressure
mm.
on Annie Slot whatsoever. The owners are backing him. They feel like he's the man to do the job. Everybody's behind him in club hierarchy. Everything they're behind him. They say he's the man for the job. We've heard this one too many times. The club
And they
hierarchy
sack
says, "Oh
you after
yeah,
2 weeks.
we're backing you, we're backing you." L. Bye.
Boom.
Yeah, thank you very much for your Premier
You see
League.
the manager driving out of the parking lot with his
Yeah, bye. But all that being said, right?
mm,
This is just PR. Yeah, maybe it's just PR. There were talks about the no contract extension or something like they've delayed that and everything, right? I think SSB mentioned that at some point. But all that being said, he has rested everybody. We're expecting to see a strong lineup. If we don't see a strong lineup on that day,
so what do you consider a strong lineup?
a strong lineup for me is playing the people that are very good in that position, playing them on that day. That's a strong lineup for me. The
So
good
what would you
people in
go for?
certain positions. There's what I will go for, and there's what and a slot will go for.
Okay, let's discuss what you would go for and what that is not to go
Ah
for.
man, this is so
Let's see.
funny. Okay, what would I go for? I'll go for
Mm.
Conor Bradley on the right side if it's fit. Hopefully, I think Bradley is fit. Conor Bradley on the right. I'll go for Robertson on the left. I'll go for.
Before you continue, do you I don't know, I watched Conor Bradley. Do you rate how do you rate him? Do you rate him as a
I
out of
rate him
10?
as
What
I
how do
rate
you
him
rate
as
him?
a I
Out
rate him
of
as a
10,
D. Out of ten,
out of 10,
I give him this season.
6. I give
I
him
give him a
6. Even like
6.5. No,
since
no, no.
when I've been
Last
watching
season,
him.
no, last season, Conor Bradley, I will give him a 7.5. That Mbappe tackle, that guy was very promising defensively and attack wise. It was good.
Mhm,
But this
mm.
season is 6.5.
Frimpong is still in.
He
Yeah.
has not really stepped up to it. So
Mm.
I will go Conor Bradley, Konate, Van Dyke, Robertson. That's my back line. Right. That's my back four. But I
Okay.
know because he played Robertson and Keke's midweek. I don't know what
Who
to
came out first? Who came out first? I think Robertson came out first. I think
I
so.
think they
They
did
stayed.
he
They played
yeah,
the whole 90.
Robertson came out. Robertson came out first. Robertson came out
So
first.
Robertson will start.
All
Mm.
right. So that's what I expect from that back line. Bradley,
Mhm,
Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Mama Chashvili in goal, of course. In the
mm.
midfield, I expect to see Gravenberch, right? Gravenberch. Hopefully, I would have said McAllister, but McAllister is not in form.
Played
So I know
midweek.
and he played
Played
midweek.
midweek.
So
So
I know he's going to be Soboslai. So Soboslai in the
Gravenberg,
midfield
is he not injured?
is fit. He's trained with the team.
He's fit.
I think he might play, but I don't know. He said if he's trained with the team, I don't know if he's fully fit, but it seems like based on reports, it's doubtful. It's doubtful. So I don't know. I don't know what's
Mm.
happened with that. So yeah, so I'm expecting to see Gravenberch. Hopefully he's fit. I'm expecting to see
Mm.
Soboslai in that midfield. Of course, Soboslai must start. Right. I would have loved I know
He will
Salah will
start.
start. Right. So
Mm.
I'm expecting to see Salah. I'm expecting
So
to
is this your
see
lineup? Is this your lineup you are talking of, or an slot lineup?
I'm saying my lineup, I'm saying my lineup, but I'm also saying what possibly what will happen. But I'm saying my lineup.
Okay.
Salah to start, of course. Salah, because why rest Salah all this time for almost a week plus, and then Salah does
Mm,
not start the game? Makes no sense to me. Salah should start the game. You're a 400k a week player, and then you don't start against Villa at home. That's stupid to me.
mm,
Salah should start. Salah, I
mm,
argue that Salah is the best in his position, right? But he's not been playing well in form based on form. But I'm having expectation that he steps up. So Salah playing on the right wing, Gakpo on the left. In the middle is going to be Viet. I know he's going to be Viet. I'm okay with Viet playing in the middle, and then
mm.
Ekitike. That's my lineup, and also partly I think that's what Anislot might do. The only differences that might happen would be
So
Gravenberch
yeah,
not being.
okay, yeah, okay. So if let's assume Gabriel Beck will not start, would you seek to start?
Yeah, so that's the thing. If Gravenberch is not fit to start, Curtis Jones is not fit to start, it might be
Mm.
Soboslai, McAllister, and Viet. That might be the case. Soboslai, McAllister, and Viet. Yeah, that might be the case. That might be the case, right? Because there's no other person I
But
feel
why?
confident that will be confident to play that role.
But it's just weird because
Jones is
it feels
Jones
like,
is no Jones is out, right? Jones is out. So
is he injured?
yeah, Jones is out. I don't think Jones is fit though. Based on what I'm saying, I don't think Jones is fit. Yeah,
Wow.
Jones is out, Allison's out, Isaac is out, Leonie's
Oh my
out,
God.
Batetic out. So yeah, Jones is out. So yeah. So and then of
Your
course
midfield,
you go
your
Ekitike.
midfield, your midfield is actually very thin if you think about it.
He says,
It's
yeah,
thin.
no, not much options, right? But now this is what I'm expecting from the team, right? This is what I'm expecting, how I'm expecting us to set up in terms
Mm.
of players, in terms of the midfield. That to
What of
me,
the
that is
coach?
the why not start Endo for what? Endo cannot start
Endo
this game still. What?
Endo
He cannot.
started midweek. He started midweek, right?
He cannot even start this type of game. Endo cannot start this type of game. Like
You
Endo
get
is just
battered.
is one man that Endo could not track Sa. Endo could not track Sa. Like they passed the ball, he could not follow him with the ball. It was too
Gonna
slow.
run. I
Ball
saw it.
gets back
Yeah.
to Sa, go. Nah,
So
Endo's days are numbered at Liverpool. I'm going to tell you the truth. This might be his last season. Well, they might not give him a new contract. I don't know how long he's
current contract.
that Endo purchase. I don't know, man. Looking back at it, I'm like, maybe we could have waited.
SSG say start Endo. No, brother. That's
Bro, no, 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 no. We can't start Endo.
crazy.
So that's possibly what I'm hoping for. Gravenberch coming back. Supposed like Gravenberch in that midfield. Florian Wirtz, Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Bradley, Mama Shashvili. I
So
think
you
that's
have
a solid backline.
McAllister, Soboslai, and Viet start in the middle. Then second half, who do you
No,
bring in?
not McAllister, Soboslai, and Viet. I said Gravenberch, Soboslai, and Viet.
For Gravenberg is just coming back from injury. They won't throw him on. They won't start him like that
We
because he
don't
will
know.
get injured. He will get injured if you throw a player in like that. If you throw him in, he cannot even play more than first half.
Mm.
He can't play more than first half. So okay, maybe they use him first half, then use Soboslai, then Viet. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I think this is a game maybe Viet should just sit it out. Actually.
He sits it out, like sit out on the bench.
Yeah, sit on the bench. If I was the coach, I'll put him on the bench. Just use
Why?
if Gravenberg is
Who
just
will you
coming from
use?
injury. If Gravenberg is coming from injury, they tell me he can play 45. I might just try to gamble in the first half to try to get to be stable and try to get to score in the first half. I'm stable, but at the same time I can score. So I'll go with your strongest midfield possible. Soboslai, McAllister, and Gravenberg. Do you get? Then second half, I'll probably remove Gravenberg.
Ikena said this bias against Endo. Those who have legs and tracks back have contributed effectively in losing games in seven. Starting Endo or not starting, it makes no difference to that midfield.
Again,
And
this is a
Liverpool
bomb from
need Isak to play against
this
Real
is
Madrid. He has good record
it,
against them over the years
it,
playing in
need-
Spain. Yeah, hopefully.
it,
But
it
then at
needs
the end
a
of the day, Isak is not fit, right? So It is what it is. So I think I
Kenan needs
think
a ball
I
for
think
this season
I think
prior to game 10.
realistically, I think realistically, like this is the strongest lineup we can put forward, except like not adding Kekes. But the thing is this, I know Kekes will start. Knowing my coach, I know he will start Kekes
But what
because
of if you drop Salah and
because
start Viet wide?
that's what I thought about, right? I thought
Yeah,
about
Viet
drop Salah,
wide.
start Yates wide, and then start McAllister in the
Yeah,
midfield. But
yeah.
then I don't think my coach will do that though.
Then second
Do
half
you
you
know
can
what I'm
remove maybe
suspecting he
Dalo.
might do? Do you know what I'm suspecting he might do?
Well,
I'm suspecting that my coach might do this. He won't start Gravenberch. Do you know what he will do?
yeah.
He will do Conor Bradley. This is just my prediction, guys. Conor Bradley, Konate, Van Dyke, Robertson, Soboslai, Kerkez, Viets,
We
Gakpo.
say that again, say that again. I'm locked.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
suspecting my coach will do Conor Bradley,
Mm-hmm.
Konate, Van Dyke,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Robertson,
Mm-hmm.
right? Listen, Soboslai, Kerkez,
Mm-hmm.
Viets,
Mm-hmm.
Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike. I think that's what he might
That
do.
that's 4-4-2.
That's 3-4-3 because of Kerkez.
Oh, three
Or
four three.
possible 3-4-3 or 4-4-2 maybe. But then I
Oh,
think
3-4-3.
he
Three
might
four
do that.
four three. Ah.
The
Is he
four,
trying
the
to
four,
change your team?
the three
Is
four
he
three
trying
is
to
the 3-4-3 is Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. The four,
Robertson
Conor
mm,
Bradley, Gravenberch, Soboslai,
and Cockers?
and Kerkez.
Cockers what? Yeah. Then
Right?
Salah,
The-
Ekitike and Gak.
yeah.
Oh, so is that why they bought Cockers? Because you guys want to play
Or
three at
is
the
that not
back?
the four?
Yes, yes, that's correct. That's the
That's
four.
3-4. That's 3-4-3,
Yeah,
right?
that's 3-4-3.
Is that not the 3-4-3? That's 3-4-3.
That's 3-4-3.
Oh, one,
Mm,
two, three, four. Who did I remove?
That's
Yeah,
3-4-3.
that's 3-4-3.
That's
Right.
3-4-3.
Because Conor Bradley, Viet, Soboslai, and Kerkez is four, and the three is
Mm.
Salah, Ekitike, Gakpo.
Maybe he's saying hell no. He will not start Robertson.
That's a possibility based on what he did against Crystal Palace.
You
You see
think
what
he
I'm
tried
saying?
it out to
I
see?
feel I feel like he might have tested it out to see because we looked good defensively. We looked
Did you?
organized. Yes, for the first 30
They,
minutes,
they score you 3 goals. You say
you
you
don't
look.
understand. You don't understand. The first 30 minutes, we looked good. We played well. After that 30 minutes, those young boys, they are not
They,
disciplined. They don't know where to be. They cut
they
through them.
crumbled.
And they crumbled. But then the first also we looked good. And Keke's playing in that position in that four out of the four man in that midfield.
Was he better?
It was what you
I, I,
it was what you would
I,
expect, right?
I
Keke's
saw.
had he had some moments, but yeah.
What moment did you see? Were we watching the same game or you watch a different one?
It
I
depends
don't
on
get.
when you locked in. If you came in past 30 minutes into the game, then you didn't say anything. Because past 30 minutes we didn't do anything.
So for 30 minutes up, you guys see, that's when I started watching your
Ah
game.
God,
Actually,
this is
when they
horrible.
scored in the first, when they scored in the first goal, is when I started watching.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
When they scored me the first goal, that's when
I
you
didn't
started
see
watching it. You did not see anything.
yeah, I didn't see anything. And come on,
But prior
did
to
we watch the same game
but
of what
prior to that, there was something. There was something in the
oh
first 30
my
minutes. There was
brother?
something.
Ah,
So
being a football fan is hard. People don't understand it
I don't
because
understand. It's crazy.
mentally you are locked to this football club, and every weekend
It's
you
like
have
a
this high hope
marriage.
that
You have
they
to be
win.
committed.
Ah, then they destroy you in the
You
weekend,
have to be committed,
or
man.
they make you happy. Do you get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? If you overhype them, they make you happy. You have a brilliant weekend. If you overhype them and they disappoint you,
Hmm.
your weekend is destroyed. Your
Shattered.
weekend is gone. You don't
So
have anything to look forward to.
yeah, so at the end of the day, right?
Mm,
That's what I'm thinking, right? At the end of the day, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, hey,
mm,
maybe that's what he would do. But then, based
mm,
on what is on SofaScore is predicting Conor Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, Soboslai, Viet, Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike, which most likely would happen, but with the replacement of Robertson, he will do Kekes instead. He will do Kekes, Van Dijk, Konate, Conor Bradley. Um, he will do Gravenberch, Soboslai, Viet. If McAllister is fit, he might actually do Gravenberch, Soboslai, Maka, and put Viet on the bench so that VS doesn't get more like issues.
Mm,
Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, he might do that. So we'll see.
yeah. But Fox is having a point here. He say Cockers has been a standout left back in the Prem at Bournemouth. He hasn't turned into a bad player overnight.
He's not a bad
Not
player.
easy joining a team that have made so many changes. It's the same thing with Caicedo.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like
Kekes is not a
there's
bad player. He's just a
yes. So
confused one. That's just what
yeah,
it is. He's confused. I'm being honest with you. I'm not even trying to joke.
Cucurella too was like that.
Most of the time, Kekes
Yeah.
is like confused on what to do.
What
He's
to
confused
do?
on
Doesn't
like,
know if
okay,
to run.
should I
Should
is
I
this now I
wait
go?
to
Is it
go
now that I'm
or
supposed
no?
to make this run? Is it now that I'm supposed to stay and collect the ball? Is it now I'm supposed to make the sometimes he's so
That's the
high
coaching problem.
that to
Yeah.
track back, maybe even the yellow card he gets sometimes is he was too high. And before
Too
they play
high,
through,
yeah.
he has to run back and maybe he cannot run back on time. He fouls the person, get a card. You get what I'm saying? Or sometimes he's
You'll
lost in
probably
his
use Cockers.
defending.
You'll probably use
He will
Cockers.
use Kekes, bro. He will use Kekes.
It would.
Most
It would.
likely. Most
It
likely he
would
might
use
use
Cockers.
Kekes.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends.
Mm.
So anyways, that being said, guys, what our expectations, what are predictions for the game?
You guys, let's hear people's predictions first before we give our.
Liverpool fans in
I
the
have it.
chat, man. Liverpool
I have
fans,
a
you will never walk
surprising
alone.
prediction.
This
Liverpool
is
fans, any fan, everybody in the chat,
this is
please.
a everybody, not
Let's
just
know your
Liverpool fans.
prediction.
Every single person, give your prediction,
Make
please.
sure
Give your prediction on Liverpool, Aston Villa.
it be come on, please. Why are you saying this? Say, who is this Cockers, by the way? The guy that looks like a model, yes. The guy that looks like a model, but he's
He looks
short.
like a model.
Yes, but he's short.
Honestly, Kekes, man. He said a 2-2
2-2 draw.
draw.
Ashford very
Astro
much. So that's good.
draw.
Confidence. At
SSB
least he went
1-0
with
Liverpool.
two
Dead
goals.
game.
Wait. One goal Liverpool. So you guys don't concede.
Oh, in dead game. Okay. We don't
Conte is going
concede.
for
Wow. Fox is going
wow.
for 1-1. Keke's own goal. That's such a huge prediction though. Because that sounds
Oh
like
my
something that
god.
Keke's can do. Like maybe we'll be leading 1-0. We'll be leading 1-0. Leading 1-0. Then they just play some set piece and Keke's just is not go. Take the
Cockers
draw.
and Van Dijk, they start their argument.
And they slot to come back to the press conference. Say, yeah, we created a lot of chances. Yeah, we created so many chances, but set piece, we cannot do set piece, and whatever.
Ah,
Excuses. Yeah, we just have to move on.
God. It's a
Come on, Ibi,
thinking
stop
like
trolling,
gave,
man.
no,
Ibi,
he's not
stop.
trolling. He gave that prediction from the start.
Ibi, are you
Sincerely,
serious? 5-1.
yes, he was serious about it. He said he's so sure about it. He said, Ikena, please. He said, what's the point of giving predictions? We've been giving predictions. Can't even read the comment. We've been let
We've
me
been giving
calm down.
predictions in the last 7 games. I'll be back with predictions after the. I said after what City game. For now,
Three
3
more,
more
three
losses.
Oh my god, oh my
Come on,
days.
man,
Oh,
guys.
the
Okay, Andy,
Cockers will
go,
be good.
go. He said if
No,
it's
you
five
go.
one, if it's 5-1, I'll run down my street shouting and it's slot in. Say Kekes will be good next season, but this will be a season of lots of ups and downs. You see,
Wow.
when Amorim said you will suffer, I didn't know Amorim was talking about Liverpool. Because we are
I thought we were talking
suffering.
about Man U. I thought we were talking
Yeah, he
about
was
Man U.
talking of his own team. But when Amorim said, next season you suffer. If I had known Amorim was talking about us, I would have understood
About
that.
you guys. Oh,
Liverpool
oh,
fans, the happy days were the first 5 games because we're
oh
suffering.
god. Oh
Hmm.
my god, that's
One,
funny.
one win in 7. Okay.
That's bad.
Anyways, give
Man,
your
no.
prediction, Andy. Give your prediction. I'll go
No, you
last. Give
go
your
first.
no, no,
You go
you go.
first. No,
Give your
For the
own. Give
Chelsea
your
one,
own.
for the Chelsea one, I went first.
Okay,
So
fair
you
enough.
go
Fair enough.
first. You're a
Fair
Liverpool
enough.
fan. Leave the stage.
Okay, surprisingly, my prediction is not so far off from Astro Club's prediction. I went for a 2-2 draw between Liverpool and Aston Villa
Wow.
because I don't think in a short time we will figure out how not to concede two. I think it's been a trend that we've been doing. We concede two every game against any.
Mm.
If you check it against any decent side this season, we've conceded two
I
goals.
think you I
We
think you
conceded two.
concede more than two in this one.
We consider okay, we'll see. We considered two against if you check all our games, two against Atletico Madrid, two against Bournemouth, two against more than two against Brentford, two against Chelsea, two against United. Like check every decent side that had a decent game. Decent. I'm not even saying excellent game. Decent game
And three in
against
the
us. We've
last one.
considered two. Right. And it's not even a
Mm.
thing of resting players. These players had rest during international break. They came back, they considered two.
They fumbled the bag.
They came back, they considered two. There's nothing that Anistot wants to do about
Ah,
resting the boys from Carabao
oh,
Cup game to build their confidence that will not make us concede two this weekend. It does not,
it
to
doesn't
me,
it doesn't change
logically
their
to me,
mentality.
from
It's
my
not
own head and mindset,
that
there's no
we
way we're not
minus
conceding.
two.
There's no way we're not considering another two. So the only hope I have is when we concede two, what do we do about it? Is this the game that maybe we finally
Or you score
they,
first.
we
Score
finally
first.
I don't even think we score first. I think Villa score first. That's my prediction. Villa score first 1-0. We come
Mm.
back in the game 1-1. Villa score again 2-1. And then dying minutes when all the chips are down, where fans are saying and it's not is out. Somebody
Mm.
just has an individual brilliance and takes us over the
And does
line.
something.
And possibly the
Okay.
person I'm saying possibly that might just do that is
Salah.
Gakpo. Is Gakpo.
Okay.
It's not Salah. It's Gakpo. Or the only other possibility is a penalty and Salah score that takes us
Salah
over
scores.
the
Yeah.
line and then the game ends
Yeah.
2-2. That
Mm.
is the only possibility I'm seeing in this game. I don't see any other possibility. And it's not saying he's resting players for Villa. Like what AB saying is absurd. It's completely
Yeah.
absurd to me.
It's mental, not just
it's
absurd. Mental.
it's absurd. It's mental. He has
Mental.
put them under pressure because now the
There are
expectations
more there's
from
more
fans is
pressure.
high. You doing
Yeah.
that has put the team under even more intense
Pressure.
pressure. You understand? He said, "Who is Salah? Is it a
Kira,
now or pro now?"
Kira, stop this. I beg you.
So you doing that has put us under an
Ah.
immense amount of pressure that it makes no sense to me that in this
Mm.
game
Mm.
we will not consider another two. Right? So I don't know what his plan is. We've given possibilities of how he might set up formation wise. Maybe he might try 3-4-3.
Mm.
Maybe he
Mm.
might with this whole Kekes inverting. He has been playing around with this Kekes inverting formation. You can see what the coach is trying to do from like 2 games away. They try it out. It's almost like a soft launch. And then
Tough lunch.
he tried it out very well in Crystal Palace where he played both Robertson
When he
and
moved to a three at the back
three
and
at the
put
back
Cockers in the
where he puts
midfield
Kekes
also.
there in the midfield. So there's a
Mm.
very high chance that he might want to do the same thing, right? With Robertson playing and then Kekes also playing, both of them playing together. He might want to try that, but we would see, right? It depends on any slot. Let's read some comments before you give your own
Mm.
prediction. Say someone said Man United for top four, and I believed him. Wow. Question marks on Mamash that's really for me. Big money spent on him, and it seems like the club are desperate to get Alisson back. We're desperate because Mamash that's really is.
We even
Yeah,
prefer using an injured Alisson.
yeah.
Brother, you need
Just
your hand.
patch him up,
You
patch him
need
up,
your
patch him
hand.
up,
You
patch
need
him
your
up.
hand.
Bring him
You
back.
don't
Like as
if you
soon as
even put him on wheelchair, he can still dive. You
you
can
will
still
still
Alisson can still
he
dive.
will still save more balls than Mamash that's really. He will still save more balls.
In in a
Mamash
wheelchair.
that's really he saves
In a
is a one.
wheelchair.
Yes, Mama Zashvili is a one-handed man at this point. He
Right.
only has one hand.
Is it right? He catches all.
I feel like this is the only hand he has, his right hand. Because every goal that comes from the
I
left, he
know,
has
he
not
always say
saved. Like this. This is Mama Zashvili.
Sabo.
In fact, he
There's
has no hand.
somebody
They score him anywhere. Anywhere you score
mind
him.
you, mind you too. They scored him from the left. Oh my
Anywhere
god,
you score
bro.
Mama Zashvili, man. Um, it says 92nd minute Mama Zashvili header.
Oh, that would be good. That would
So
be good. That would
that's
be
my
good.
prediction, guys. That's my prediction. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. That's the best we can
Okay,
hope for.
let me before I drop my prediction. My prediction is surprising.
Mm.
I feel you guys concede a lot of goals in this one. I see
Mm.
you conceding like three. I put you to concede 3 goals in this
Why?
one. I'm still not convinced, except he does something different. Except he does something different. There's supreme organization in the sense that you see everybody, Coquez goes forward, no space is there, somebody fills in, there's an automatic replacement of people as they move forward.
Yeah,
Without the ball, someone is pressing, someone is replacing someone. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
extreme organization, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can maybe I'm wrong. He might be able to achieve it in 1 week, but that thing takes practice. At least, anyways, that's why I rested them for 1 full week, right? So that I see what he's doing now. So he rested them for the full 1 week so that he can have a continuous training with them where there is no break. I think that's what we
Oh,
didn't understand. Do you
yeah.
understand?
We
So
have
he's
more
trying,
training time.
yeah. So probably that's what he's trying to do in the sense that because you need time. I'm serious because I've gone through it. You need time to
Every day,
practice it.
training, training, training,
Practice,
training.
practice, and you need match session. Even if it's 20 minutes match session, you take a break. You go and in a day you can have like maybe 3 25 minute sessions or even 30 minutes drills or proper like match setting. Then take a break, then come back again, then take a break. So maybe that's what he's doing. Extreme or you need extreme organ. You say Woodman made 6 saves in the EFL. He's only considered three because of outfield players are useless. A wide slot would be giving Woodman. Eh? We'll be playing Woodman instead of Mamazda Sisi.
Absolutely not, Ikena.
About fraud.
Absolutely no, 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 no.
Oh
Ikena.
my
For
god.
this one, I
Wait,
completely disagree.
The Woodman makes 6 saves. I didn't see
Woodman only saved savable
who
balls.
saved.
Let's be honest.
Didn't see what he
Woodman
saved though.
only
The
saved
balls he
savable
saved,
balls.
Mamazda really will still save those balls.
Yes, the balls he saved.
Yes.
Mama just really will save that. No, 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 no. Woodman is not sharp at all. Although the goal that
It
Papisa
feels like it's two
scored,
seconds slow. It's two
it's two
seconds slow.
seconds slow.
One
He sees
second
it too late.
or 1 second. Yeah,
Mama
one
just
second
really will
slow.
die for that ball. No, 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 no. I prefer Mama just really than Woodman. But then I see what you're saying. Drastic changes, but yeah. What were you saying,
Yeah.
Andy?
So I'm saying maybe he's worked on. You guys have done serious drills and serious work
On
this week.
set
We'll
pieces and
see.
stuff.
But I just put you guys. Ah, so imagine the season if Woodman starts,
But
they will sack him.
and we
They will
lose.
sack him. They will sack him. He's taking the mic at this point, Kingsley.
Nah, he's insulting fans.
Freddy Woodman start again. Lord have mercy.
He's insulting us, the
No, I
fans.
don't think so. I don't think so. Never. Except he doesn't want a career in the top flight anymore.
Hmm.
He's done.
Nah.
He's
But I
done.
see what you're
But
saying.
anyways,
Maybe that's his plan.
anyways,
Extended training
anyways,
session with the boys
yes, I think that's why he didn't. There was no point of them playing.
to stop the whole because we're
We
not
have
organized.
deeper problems. Why are we going? Why am I feeding in Salah and all these guys to come and play Carabao Cup when I have issue that we might not even finish in Champions League? Then in see Carabao Cup, I'll be thinking about. Do you understand?
Mm.
So I went with Aston Villa scoring you guys 3 goals. That said, I also went with Liverpool scoring 4. I went with a Liverpool win 4-3.
4-3. You think it's
Yeah.
a high scoring game?
Yes, I think so. I think so. I think so. But to become messy at the end and you guys start to score each other. We'll see.
That's a bold prediction. Like you open up
Yeah.
the game. You just open up the game.
I think Aston Villa would lead you guys 2-1, first of all. Aston Villa would lead you guys 2-1 going into second half. Do you get? Then you guys will try. Maybe you now score you score the 2-2 and score the 3-2. Then they score 3-3. Then you now
Mhm.
score something towards the end of the game, 4-3. Then you go home safe. But at least you stop the losing run. That's the way I see this game ending.
I hope, honestly speaking,
It will be a fight. It will be a fight.
I hope
If you
this
get a
game,
win, it will be a fight,
honestly
real
speaking,
fight.
if we get
It
a
can't be
win,
1-0.
the
It can't be
only
one
it will
zero.
never be 1-0. Anybody that thinks it's even going to be 1-1, I doubt it. It sounds like for the Woodman game. This is a game that could easily end up being 3-2 Liverpool, right? This is a game that could easily end up being 3-2 Villa, right? But
Astro Club is saying he doesn't see you guys scoring 4.
I don't see us scoring. If I'm going to be honest with you, we don't really
You
take our
guys don't
chances that much.
concede. No, but you guys
Anyway,
scored
we
four.
scored four
You scored
against
four
Bournemouth.
against Atletico,
We scored
Bournemouth. So
no, we
why
scored
can't
three
you score?
against at least Atletico game ended 3-2.
Was
We
it
scored
3-2?
yeah, we scored
Bournemouth
four
4.
four against Bournemouth. He ended 4-2, right?
Frankfurt. How many did you score?
Maybe you get a bomb for that one.
It's a Nollywood script I'm writing actually. So no. I like that because I'm writing
Maybe.
it. It's a Nollywood script in the sense that in the sense that if an slot is to get a win, I just described how the scenes.
Yeah.
That's my imagination. Do you get what I'm saying? 2-1 after first half. There's
Mm-hmm.
grumble in the stadium. Fans are grumbling. People go and get their whatever halftime lunch and this thing. They are not even eating it. Coffee is tasteless. Then
Do you
and
know
it's
what I
not
can tell you?
with
Do you
two
know what I
change. He
can?
comes in with two changes. Let me learn. He comes in with two changes. No matter and it comes in two changes. Hosting. Then you guys start to fight. It becomes 2-2. Then you guys score 3-2. Then stadium is loud. Then Aston Villa dampens it. What's this guy's name? That boy that does Kopama celebration. He'll be
Morgan
cold
Rogers.
tomorrow. He scores you guys 3-3.
Let me
So
tell you, do you know the last time we had like, a game that was so diming, for that ended like 4-3. Jota was alive. Let's put it that way.
but
I'm
it's always
sorry, Jota,
Jota.
rest in
It's
peace.
always Jota. It's always Jota that scores those 9 minutes.
Yeah, but see, guy, there is no hope. There is no hope. There is no
Oh,
hope.
you
There
know
is no,
the coffee is tasteless. When they
there's
don't
no,
finish it, they just
there is no,
around
there
and
is
like
no hope. There is no hope that
there's
that game
no
will be
use of this
4-3. I'm
coffee.
going to be honest with you. There's no hope that game will be 4-3.
Why?
This is a game. Let me promise you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Two things might happen. Let me not one thing. Two things. We either have a good start and fall off, or we have a bad start and pick up.
That's a Crystal Palace game. If you have
That
a
is
good start and
exactly
pull up, that's
that's exactly
3-0.
what happened in
That's
that game.
that's another
We either
3-0.
have a good start, that we start
Oh my
the first half, just like remember,
goodness.
if people remember the Everton game. I mean, the Everton game, we had a good
Yeah.
start,
Yeah.
but then we were looking shaky in some moments, right?
Mm. Mm.
Fall off, concede. Maybe we come 1-0. Everybody like, yes, you go Ikitike, Liverpool. This is why we do it. 1-1. This is bad. We score again. Yay, go Ikitike. Aston Villa score. Boom. Game ends 2-2. And it's low. Why did you make this up? Why did you do this? Why did that? Excuses in the press conference. That most likely might happen, right?
And set pieces. They scored
Yeah.
from set pieces.
Or another
It's just who
possibility
we are.
is bad first half.
Oh
Mama
gosh.
Dash really has the game of his life. I'm talking
See,
about the game of his life.
saving left, right,
This
center.
guy is pulling some Allison kind of saves that
Oh my
is keeping us
goodness.
in the game. And
Yeah.
then we find a way back in that game.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
And what does that game end?
2-2. Both possibilities, that game end 2-2.
It's
We don't win. No matter what.
all right. We're trying to write a Nollywood script. You
No
didn't even
matter
your own
what
story ends
happens,
the
it's
same.
the
The
same.
story ends the same.
No matter what path it takes, you will get to the
Oh
same
my
destination. 2-2.
goodness. You didn't even say maybe a 2-1 Liverpool win.
I
No,
think this
2-2.
is not against Villa. I think this is the game we start using it to correct things, to build momentum,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
To next game against Real Madrid, we might draw. I told you guys, out of these next 4 games, it's 2
2
draws and
draws
2
and
losses.
2 losses.
We
Oh,
lose
you've lost
against
one already.
We've lost Crystal Palace. We lose Crystal Palace.
Oh, and
I
draw.
know Ikena says all losses, but because he does not believe in an slot. He doesn't believe in a slot. Morgan Rogers
Oh
will
my
score.
god.
Aston
Oh
Villa
my
will
god.
score. Unless
Mm.
they just for some reason have a bad game.
Have a
But
bad game.
Villa at Anfield, if you go and check it, we can go and do a little dive into Villa at Anfield and our last couple matches, how the game has turned out, right? When we played Villa at Aston Villa, the game was 2-2 draw, right? Which it was surprising what I'm predicting. But when they came,
Yeah.
it was 2-0. Liverpool won, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this was 2024 where we were like top defensive shape. It was hard for them to score. But in this 2025, the last time we played Villa, it was 2-2 draw, and that was at Aston Villa's house, right? But they're coming to our house, so maybe a possibility. But even time before that, either we win them at Anfield, you know,
Mm.
close margin or something, win them at Anfield 2-1, that kind of game, 2-1 type of game, right, with Villa.
Mhm.
But with
Yeah,
this current form that we have, it's not magically going to disappear overnight. We are going to draw this game.
I agree with you. That's why normally I would have gone with like a 3-3 draw, but or maybe the 4-3 is too high. I should have gone with maybe a 3-2 Liverpool win. I'm just having that four in mind, so I went with four. You see,
Chelsea
Chelsea
won
five
5 in
games.
October with no Palmer.
Oh, they was, but AB was we're just struggling. Like we just some of those games we struggled. To be
But
honest
you're
with you,
winning.
we need Cole Palmer back. We need him back. We
So
need him
imagine if we keep a clean sheet. Let's hope. Astro Club, hopefully that happens, but it's not going to be easy. The only way that we
AB
keep a
said,
clean, the only way we keep a
A-
clean sheet is we
AB
make sure
said
we're
you guys create
organized.
a lot of chances.
We do. We create chances.
So
We
I
miss
so
it.
you why can't you score four? You can score
Our
four.
guys are not informed, but we do create chances, but we're not scoring. We do
Yeah.
create chances, but we're not scoring. So
So
we'll see what happens.
you back your coach when he says we created a lot of chances.
He's
You
not.
back
He's
him when
not
he says
wrong. We create chances. Yes. Even in the Chelsea
like
game,
in
we had
like
chances. In the
the
Man
Man
U
U game,
game,
you
we
had
had
chances.
chances. Yes.
Ah,
But
three
we didn't
bars.
score. Three. Even
Damn.
Kodigapo could have. You know, the final
Yeah,
pass is just always off.
it's
It's just
off.
always
Yeah.
like poor. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like either Florian Viet sends a pass that's too short, or
They collect the ball
they collect the
halfway.
ball, or
Salah is trying
Salah
to
is trying
is
to
trying to be
lift his
trying
legs. Nothing, nothing. So, anyways, final thoughts.
final thoughts. I just pray one of my weekend wishes, to be honest, is Maresca wins this one. He needs to win. I'm tired. I don't need any loss this weekend. I'm since you say you're tired, I'm
I'm
tired.
actually laughing at what AB said. He said, "I said miss, not create, and you stop changing script." We miss a lot of chances. Yes, that's true. We also create chances. You have to create chances to miss, right? You have to create
Hey, but
chances to
if
miss.
you say if you miss a lot, they must
You
have
create a
created a
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
Yes. So I might have changed the script, but it's still the same, almost the same, right?
Say
If you miss
Villa
chances,
win 7-2 the last time you were champions. Didn't
yeah, that's
Villa
true.
win 7-2 last time you were champions? Hmm.
Oh my God, Foxy, please don't say this now. Don't say this
Give your final thoughts. Give your final thoughts.
now. So final thoughts would
We're
be
cooked.
my weekend wish is just Chelsea. I just need them to win because we can't be losing to Spurs.
Yeah.
We can't. This is a London derby and no red cards. Those are my two wishes
But
for
it was
this
in Villa
weekend.
Park, yeah. Hmm.
To as in like that's just my weekend wish. Chelsea wins and no red card. That would be a perfect weekend. I'll
Hmm.
sleep properly, right? But Liverpool, I just get the sense that you guys, this lossy stuff will stop. The press are kind of feeding on it. Everyone is feeding off it, but I think it's going to stop this weekend. I just have the feeling that it will stop, right? I don't think Arne Slot has gotten to that level, even if someone or some people call him a bad fraud. I
Mm,
don't think he's gotten to that level and he doesn't know what he's doing. At that level, you've learnt a lot.
mm.
You've learnt a lot as a manager.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I think he's going to fix it. He would fix it. If he can't fix it, then he's not the man for the job. But he winning a Premier League title is not fluke. Yes, it's not fluke because even people say, "Oh, he won it by fluke," he did, it and it's done. He did. He won the Premier League title,
Mhm,
and Ateta is chasing that Premier League title for 4 seasons. He's
mhm,
been bottling it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's this weekend that loss will stop. Right? I'm still not convinced about City. I'll keep saying it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they prove me wrong. Maybe Sheki proves me wrong this weekend. We'll see. Do you get
mhm.
what I'm saying? Man, you, I just smell this fourth win, but or a draw. So that's all from me.
I think I'm just going to talk about Liverpool only. I think for us as Liverpool fans, uh, motivation is very low and our expectations are actually very low, right? But that's because we are seeing things for what it is. The certain guys
Mm.
that used to have that killer instinct just seem to not have it, right?
They're a
So
bit
far.
short.
Hopefully,
Mm.
hopefully they get it again so far. The certain brilliant things that you see Andy Slot, what he was doing at least the beginning, the early last season. I know people will open
Mm.
their mouth and say, "Oh, it's Klopp's team, that's why I won." It's not as simple as that. He brought in new
No,
ideas. There were certain
no.
things that Klopp did not try that Andy Slot tried, and it worked.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
give him that credit, Liverpool fans. I know we
yeah.
can be very quick to say about fraud, but he did try Gravenberch as a six. He did try
Mm.
Gakpo, Luis Diaz, Salah. That was something he tried. Salah
Mm.
had a good game, had
Mm.
an amazing season last season. Luis Diaz
Mm.
was key in that false nine. Gakpo,
Mm.
we figured out that Gakpo was better off the left because Klopp was always trying Gakpo as a nine or in the midfield. Tried him so many places, right? But at the end of the
Mm.
day, yes, he was handed the keys, but he did something
Yeah.
with it. There were coaches that
Yeah.
came in that did not do anything; they lost, right? You still have
Nothing,
to
yeah.
come with a good style of
Avant
play
Grant,
and
Avant
push
Grant
things
was
forward.
handed over a very good team. He fumbled the league,
You still have to, it's still a
right?
huge feat to try to win the league. So at the end of the day, right now he feels clueless, and that's because some of the subs and decision making and things he's trying just don't seem to work, right? And
Yeah,
we
they're
as
not
fans
coming up.
we are impatient, number one, but we have very high standards and expectations. So we're always like,
Mm.
hey, you need to fix this and you need to fix this fast. One loss,
Mm.
two loss, we will feel differently about it. Okay, we've seen what has happened,
Mm.
let's change it. But three
Yeah.
losses in, five losses in, people will lose faith. Some people just lose, like, you're not the manager, you're
True.
not the man for the job, right? And
Mm.
especially what he did against Crystal Palace, benching all your first team. To some fans that were even slot in, it made them go slot out because they're like, hey, you're not even giving a fight across all competitions. It almost feels like
True.
you're moving very
They're giving
cowardly.
up.
You're giving
Yeah.
up too soon, right? But we don't
Mm.
know every behind the scene. We don't know every
Yeah.
injury. We don't know every single thing. We're not actually there. So that's the
Mm.
only thing I would say in Anislot's defense. That is it. Full stop. Now, what do I think as a fan? As a fan, and I keep on saying this on the stream. You guys know I'm not a hypocrite. I don't change my mouth. As a fan, I will always expect my manager to be adaptable. You cannot be a
Mm.
manager coaching at the highest level of football and you're not
Mm.
adaptable. You don't believe in
Yeah.
understanding the capabilities of your players and playing to the strength of your team. I think
Of
you
your
are
team, yeah.
delusional and you're not fit for the job for you not to know how to adapt. That is it. Pep
That's true,
Pep
actually. Yeah.
adapted with his team. If Pep can
So
adapt with
many
his team,
times. So
who are
many
you?
times. Yeah. From
If
Tiki
Pep,
Taka to what he
multiple
played in
Premier League
Bayern.
champion, can
Yeah.
adapt with his team, who are
Mm.
you? So that's the same thing I have in my mind when it comes to Annie Slot, right? Who are you, Annie Slot? Show us who you are. Show us who you are and let us know early on. Because
Mm.
we will know in the next couple games how you ride it. Because it's a huge
True.
wave. Every team
Yeah.
has to ride a huge wave at some point in the season. It's a huge
Yeah.
wave. You will face Villa, you face Real Madrid, you face City. What will you do in all those games? It's not by resting players from Carabao Cup. We don't care about that.
No.
It's not, yes, you might rest players and have an extended training session. We care about that day. Your team
Mm.
has to
What
show up on
happens?
that day. And what you do
Mm.
in game in that day matters. If you don't do that, then we'll come back and say slot out, or we'll come back and say you're a fraud. And that's just what it is. That is what it is.
True.
So those are my
Yeah.
final thoughts. Liverpool fans, you never walk in on. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Maybe we get an L. Maybe we get a draw. Best case scenario, we get a draw. We take it for what it is and we move on.
Chelsea fans, fingers crossed.
You guys, man, thank you so much for coming to our live. Astro Club, Foxy, AB, Ikena, every single person that joined the live.
Lucas,
Yes, joined the live.
SSB.
Dorcas, SSB. You guys, I appreciate you guys for always joining our live. We're live every day, 5:30 p.m. CST. If you've not done so,
Stewart
please
too. Stewart
still
was
want
on
to
the line.
join. If you're not also, please subscribe to our channel. We're on the way to 3K before the end of the year. You guys like this video so it gets shared and everything. You guys, let's see what happens this match week. Hopefully, no tears. But we'll be back tomorrow for a watch along Spurs versus Chelsea. So you guys, we'll see you guys.
Ainsley, I'm not really sure I want to do this watch along. I'm
Okay, we
not
can.
brave
Okay, it's
enough.
tentative or what? You're scared.
Let me see the lucky. I don't know yet. Let me
You don't know
sleep
yet.
on it.
Okay, okay, okay,
We'll
okay,
see.
okay.
We'll see.
Fair, we'll see. Okay. All right, you guys. Tomorrow we'll be back tomorrow, guys. Okay, take it easy. Good morning, good night, good evening, where we're streaming from. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.